I actually sent her an email. I think we had talked on the phone a couple of times, but because there was so much information from this, I put all of it in an email. And I'm really glad that I did, because over the years, this has turned into my clinic notes. I lost about 10 years of notes, and I'm so sad because there were some really great clients over those years that I'm just never going to remember after my brain injury. So again, I do this work at night when people are asleep. It's just easier. Their ego, part of their consciousness, seems to be waiting for me when I come, so I don't generally tell people the day that I plan on being there. I just do the work some evening and I send them the information so they have it the next morning. In this situation, her very first response to my email was, "The baby slept through the night last night for the first time ever in this house." She said that even before she had opened her email that morning, she woke up feeling rested, and that she couldn't put her finger on what had changed, but she felt something had changed. When she read through the email, she responded to the bullet points and said that, first of all, how dare that woman? And she was getting angry. We'll touch on that in a minute because that's very important. But she said that she hadn't even realized how little time they used to spend in the kitchen. She said she never felt comfortable in there. She would go in and cook dinner and they would eat anywhere but in the kitchen, often in the living room. It just wasn't a comfortable place to be. She said she and her husband would get into weird arguments. She said, we don't argue very often, but we'd have these weird blow-ups only in the kitchen. She had found out that the people that had lived there before, she called them viciously toxic. So I'm guessing that what she was sensing, being an empath herself and an intuitive, was all of the arguments, unresolved issues that had taken place in that home before she even moved in. The garage, she said, still felt odd, but that makes sense. She hadn't put her living people energy in there yet, and there wasn't really anything in there to be afraid of, so it makes sense that that hadn't changed. And she confirmed that deep fear that she had experienced since she moved into the house and got pregnant. She said that she had been terrified the entire pregnancy that something bad was going to happen. And I think that's directly related to the woman that was just so angry in the house, that was confused. And then after the baby was born, that sense of fear never left her. It stayed, which makes sense. The woman was still there, actively harming her child. We're taught that mad is bad. Mad is not bad. Appropriate mad gets shit done. And this is an appropriate time to be mad. That mom had been scared for so long through an entire pregnancy that should have been full of joy, to the birth of a newborn who was being physically attacked by something that no one else could see. I'd be pissed too. Getting angry is entirely appropriate in situations like this. Why do we treat the dead as if they're some kind of elevated being? If they're stuck here, they are not elevated. They should not be here. And they start wreaking havoc with people. They should not be treated with love and light. Love and light does not get shit done. Angry gets shit done. And it was entirely appropriate for the mom to be angry. So as she went through and did that reclaiming of space in her house, being angry was super helpful in that situation. And I strongly encouraged it. Just because someone is dead does not give them the right to come into your home. Think about that for a minute. We don't treat dead intruders any differently than we do living, or we shouldn't be. Just because they're dead does not mean that they have rights that they shouldn't have had when they were alive. She did the clearing of her space, the reclaiming of the space after we moved everything and got her back to a good baseline. And I think her child is 6 or 7 now. Never had another choking episode.